You are here too because you are concerned.
This was a meeting of a different sort of missing children's task force. This made up not of law enforcement officials, but of mental health professionals who gathered to discuss the fear Atlanta children are now fighting and try to come up with some ways to alleviate it. School psychologists say stress is shown in many ways, ways which are showing up more and more.
Well, there are the physical signs such as bedwetting, loss of appetite, nightmares, and tension and stress, psychosomatic illnesses, hypochondria, different other physical symptoms. And then we have the emotional or mental symptoms such as clinging behaviors, withdrawal, aggressive behaviors.
And make available to you whatever resources you need today.
One thing all participants in today's conference agree on, money is necessary for any programs to work. Commissioner Lee Brown is hoping some of that money will come from the federal government.
If there's any concern about the dilemma that we're confronted with here in Atlanta, on behalf of the administration, then it should be forthcoming. We're optimistic.
What about money from the state for these programs?
We have met with the state, and the governor has received as well, and again, we're optimistic.
At the same time the Mental Health Task Force began its work, other members of the community gathered at the gym behind West Hunter Street Baptist Church to begin the 18th Saturday search. About half as many people showed up this week as last. The feeling seemed to be there was only one more body to find. Some had thought this would be the last week of the searches, but that was only a rumor.
First of all, I would like to clarify some false information that is out, and that is that this is the last search. This is not the last search. We will continue to search each Saturday morning until we have found the remains of all of and the Atlanta Police Department have found the remains of all of the murdered and missing children. We cannot afford to rest until this tragedy has been solved and until the person or persons responsible have been brought to justice.
6 MARTA buses were supposed to transport searchers this morning, but when only one driver showed up, some volunteers ended up taking their own cars.
We don't want one group 20 miles up the road, another group 20 miles behind. We want to work where we can see everybody on each side of the road.
Today's search began at Campbellton and Suber Road, but volunteers were kept out of the immediate area where skeletal remains were found yesterday. Officials say today's search site was chosen last week and not in response to yesterday's discovery. Several other bodies have been found in the vicinity.
Oh, no!
And in mid-afternoon, an alarm went up. Searchers found what appeared to be some small leg bones. Investigators were called in to check, but they turned out to be the bones of an animal. And so another day's search was ended. Hank Phillippi, Action News.